Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Crafts Her Way by Deb and Stewart. I got some resin mixed up, and we're going to start where we left off, and I will show you what we got done. And tomorrow or Saturday, we will be moving on to our fleet market. So tonight's video is going to be a wow effect. So let's get it finished. We're just going to be working on what we got. So we have our tabletop here, the platter, and so we got the tabletop food safe resin, and we're going to give it another little stir in there. Bubbles clear up in here pretty easy once you pour it and spritz it. It does its job. This is a one-on-one, one-to-one. Let me get that down there. And if you're ready, this is what we started with, was our reindeer, or ended with, and we did the green and white background, which turned out really pretty. You can see that. We went ahead and put the reindeer on it. I don't know if you saw that video. It was a short video. So we're going to go ahead and pour. We put a couple butterflies in there. Christmassy color. And we're just going to pour this in. We're going to get all the edges in here. I'm only going to pour it about yay thick. Enough to cover our butterflies. Okay. Then we'll grab our spritz bottle. Just like that. We want to spritz that where the eye is. We want those to pop. There's lots of bubbles in there. I'm just going to take my stir stick and kind of move those around. Okay, now we're going to pick it up because this is it on that. And go ahead and move it. And shimmer it just a little over here. Give it one more spritz here, guys. Making sure we still have no bubbles. Popping all the bubbles in the way. Okay. There's that one. Now we have this one. And we're going to take our rose, which I think we're going to take this one. I'm going to, let me find a clip. There they are. Okay. And so I'm just going to clip the edges off of these roses. Right here. And right here. Oops. There we go. And we're going to push this limb up and turn this one and push it up. And then we're just going to close in on that rose. Just like so. And we're going to stick it down in here. But first we want to pour some down in there to get it in our bottom. I'm going to squeeze the bottom, making sure that I got all these little indents here. Still popping them bubbles out. If you can see in there, there's bubbles. Okay. I'm going to spritz down in there. Still squeeze them up, making sure I get them all out. There we go. Okay. We're probably going to get some bubbles from our rose, but we're going to stick this rose down in there, just like so, to the tip. We're going to come down here. Just a minute. Hold on, I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. My doggy was having a spell. He does that. He has esophagus, so it happens. Okay, so we're pouring this resin into the mold, getting our rose centered. And let me get my popsicle stick. And I'm just going to scrape it off my side here. Sorry about that, guys. I'll get the rest of it in there, and then I'll leave this sit for a couple minutes. That's how I'm hoping to keep the bubbles out. Let's do just a little bit at a time as it okay. Now we're going to let that sit a minute. I'm going to push them in there. Just like so. Alright, while that dries, I have some little butterflies here. I'm going to sprinkle some in. Sprinkle some in this side. There we go. Just like that. Okay. Alright. They'll be in there. You get the point. So we're going to let this sit. I'm trying to keep my rose centered. So I'm going to take 2 popsicle sticks here. And I'm just going to close them together. Even her up. Just like this. And I will sit this one over here for a couple minutes. Until we're ready to pour the rest of it in there. So let me wipe this down. And I will mix up the next batch. And we will fix our little, well, I might have enough to fix it. There's just a couple small bubbles. So let's check that out real quick. 1 minute. All right, here's our elephant. We got to shave the tail off. We have an indent right here. We got to put a little bit of resin in. So like this. We'll let that one dry. And then we'll work our way around. You can only let them dry a certain way. So that one dries. Okay, now, like I said, let me mix up some resin and we'll BRB. Okay, we got that done. Now, here's our resin. We're going to fill, whoops, that's not what I want to do. This is what I want to do. Wake up, guys. I want to fill this little cup right here. And then find my scissors. Hold on. Right here. We're going to take these little blue circles and pour them in here. Okay, let me find a little stir stick here. We're going to mix these in really good without adding a color. Okay, and we're going to pour this into the head of our skull. These are little spinel wheels, little jewelry pieces that will fit down inside. Okay, we got a little bit in there. We're going to go ahead and scrape that out of there. And with that being the top of our head, we are going to let it dry. So we'll set this one back. We'll be putting some glue in there later. Okay, whoops. Now we're going to pour a little bit more in here. We're going to add some mica powder to that. I think I'm going to add some of this fancy orange glitter. Just like that. We're going to stir that in. Look at that. Pretty, pretty. We're going to pour that into our little skull and finish her off. Okay, just like that. I'll move her over here. And I need the spritzer. Okay, now that's all done. Give me just a second. We'll go ahead and pour this one in the tip of the skull. They turn out so much prettier when you do them in different colors. Only this time, the orange will be the head. Okay, so we'll leave that set. We'll fill it up with extras. Okay, let me get this wiped down. All right, now we we have 4 blue coasters to do. And then tomorrow we have to make one more. So I'm going to be doing it in this blue. Now, oh, come on. I had it, guys. There we go. In this blue. Okay. Now we're going to pour some more in cup. Pour some back in there. Okay. I'm going to dump that blue in there. And use our popsicle stick and stir it in. That's pretty blue. It's like a sea glass blue. Look at that. I really like that blue. Okay. Using a tad bit of this blue. Come on. This is called magic blue, so we can see what that will do with this pretty bright color. Don't really have to be opaque, but it has to have some shine to it. Okay. All right. Now we're going to pour. One. And then we're going to add some. We're going to add some more of the sea blue. Let me get it open here, guys. Okay. All righty, we're going to stir that in. Oh, I think I like that better. Okay, so let me add some in this one. Yes, I really like that better. Okay. Let me pour this one. Back into my cup. Okay. And then back into here. There'll be a couple different color blues, and that's going to be okay as long as they're all blue. Okay, pour some more in my cup. We'll add some more blue mica powders. Okay, whoops. Add some more light blue. That kind of made it look like a galaxy. Okay. Them two together really shine. Alrighty, here we go. Okay, let me fill this back up a little bit, guys. Okay, add some more. There we go. There we go. Got one more to put in there. Okay. Fill it up. All right, spin it off. I'll dump it in here. Okay. Pitch that one. Yeah, guys, my back's killing me today. One of the days. So Saturday is the Cass County flea market day. Okay, now we are going to pour this one. That one is a little bit over. I'm going to catch it really quick. Okay. Still a little bit. Okay. There we go. Now I am going to get these carried over here and then we'll spritz them. I don't want to spill them. Move them over. Alrighty. There we have it. Okay, now we'll give them a good spritz with some rubbing alcohol just to pop the bubbles. Okay, now we have our turtle. And I'm not going to put anything in it. I was going to, but I'm not. I'm just going to pour it blue. So here goes. Well, that is a pretty, pretty blue. Let me get some out of there. She's not level. Alright, she's level now. I'm going to move her over, guys. I can do that without spilling her constantly. Okay. Let me spritz her bottom piece. Okay. Now we're going to pour our top. And like I said, nothing in it. This is a pretty enough blue. It's kind of like looking at a galaxy blue. Okay. I think that's good. Let me get it moved over. Set that back up there. Back there. And then we'll spritz it. Okay. Now what little we have left, we're going to put in our skull that has the orange in it. Galaxy turtles. Wouldn't that be cute? Almost. Yeah, look at my mess today. Okay. There we go. I'm going to move her back there. All right. And let me get these gloves off, guys. They're really sticky. I am going to mix up some more resin, and we're going to finish off our tray today. BRB. All right, we're back. We're going to be using tabletop resin that is food safe by Total Boat. Okay. And we are going to be pouring our water. See, I'm tired. Our resin in the cup, and we're going to be putting some like white mica powder, some pink mica powder, and a little bit of pink glitter. Okay, so let's get started. Grab a spoon. There's our white. Another scoop of white. Okay. And then we're going to be putting in our pink. I can get it open here. Lost my little poker thing I had that I used to open it with. So we'll use this one. You just stick it down inside the bag. Whoops. Yeah, get it in there. Then you can pull it open with your gloves on. It makes it 10 times easier. Okay, and we're going to be scooping that down. There's one. It's already got a little bit of shimmer in it. There's two. Okay, and we're going to take just a little scoop of the glitter. We'll do that. There's one. There's two. That'll give it some shimmer. All right, now let me, oops, now see, we're going to spill it. Let me get my resin here, and we're going to pour some in this cup. Fill it up about there. I'm going to do the same here. Filling it up to about the top. About, not quite. All right, set our cup back over there. Here's a couple popsicle sticks here. And we're going to just stir this in really good because we didn't put alcohol in our powder. It will be a little clumpy, so we don't want it to be clumpy. We want it to be white. Gonna kind of look like milk. With a shimmer on top. There's that one. And then we're going to get the pink. Making sure we get the edge here. And we just start stirring it in really good. And that's going to look like that. Nice and pretty. All right, now let me get my white. Looks like we dropped a little bit of pink in there. It will be fine. Okay, we're going to start here with a little bit of white. Just coming out, back and forth. Whoops. On the page. And then we're just going to fill in. There's one. And then do the same in the negative spots. Okay. There's two. We're going to fill these up again with our white powder. Whoops, that's not how we do it. But there's one. There's two. And then the same with the pink shimmer. There's one. There's two. And then we do a spoon of the pink glitter. There's one. There's two. Okay. And we're going to re-stir these guys. That's good. A little too much. That's good. Okay. Okay. There's one. It's not stirred in right. And now number two. go. Now we're going to do the white again. The pink. And then the white over here. And the pink. Start right here. Okay. That is good. So we're going to spritz it. And tomorrow we will demold it. Okay. I am going to get this off my table and move it over here to the carrying table. Oh, fuck. Hold on a minute, guys. Oops. I'm making a mess over here. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be RB. Okay, our flower is ready. And so we're going to finish this off. I got a tad bit of blue in the bottom. I want it to be kind of like a crystal blue. And so I'm going to move my popsicles over for just a minute. And we're going to pour. This is not going to fill it all the way up, guys. We're going to do it half and half and pour the rest in tomorrow to give our rose time to set. Okay. Let me get all this bracked out of this cup here, guys. We got tons more in the cup. All right. Now that's all in. And we're going to fix our rose back to the center and let that dry. And I'll BRB. Okay, guys. I am going to do my cleanup and get this straightened out. And tomorrow we will finish filling our rows. We will finish off our last table, or our last tray. We will finish off our turtle and coasters. And we're going to put some butterflies on the blue coasters. I have some different colored butterflies in here. And just to kind of give it the butterfly effect to go with our tray. This butterfly tray, because the ones that were on there actually kind of don't look good in there. So I didn't like them. So we're going to redo them. All right. There you have it. That is a day's work. And I am done. So we will finish off this tomorrow. And that will be our next giveaway skull. This one here. The other one is pulled. And tomorrow we will pick a winner on that one. And I love y'all. God bless. Thanks for watching my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And hit that bell, guys, so that I can see you when you text me and when you're online. Love y'all. Good night. God bless.